Hi there, folks, and welcome back to Airgun Reporter. My name is Paul Capello. You know, when I was at the 2010 SHOT Show, there was a big buzz at the BSA Optics booth regarding the subject of today's episode. I'm talking about the Laser Genetics by BSA Optics ND3 Long Distance Laser Designator. This represents a leap forward in technology for those who like to hunt at night. Let's take this out of the box and check it out. Okay, we have nice packaging here. And inside, a storage case. Excellent. And inside here are the goodies. There we go. Here's our laser, our momentary switch. Looks like a mount, another mount, and yet another mount. Okay, we have the contents of the package spread out here on the table. Let's go over them one by one. Of course, we have our laser. We have a spotting scope and binocular mount. We have a 1-inch adjustable mount for scopes. We have a Weaver mount. Comes with a lithium-ion battery and our momentary switch. I have to say, this is a good-looking momentary switch, nice and big. It has 3 buttons inside, on and off points. Very cool. Of course, we also have the owner's manual. We have lens cleaning cloth, some moist wipes. I think it's a nice little package here. Okay, here are some specifications of the ND3 Laser Designator. First and foremost, it's precision machined from a special aluminum alloy. It has a hard coat anodized finish, fully O-ring sealed for dust and water, nitrogen charged for anti-fog. The 1-inch tube adapts to many mounting systems. The weight is only about 5.5 ounces. The battery life up to 7 hours. Pretty good there. It also has a rotary optical beam collimator. We'll get to that later. This allows for quick adjustment of the beam diameter and intensity. It uses a 532 nanometer laser light frequency. This is supposedly the easiest light on the human eye. The output power is 18 milliwatts. The range is 3 miles, and it also comes with a 1-year warranty. The best way to illustrate the awesome technology behind the ND3 laser is to demonstrate it. Let me go ahead and mount it on our scope cam and I'll show you exactly how it works. Well, okay, we have our scope cam set up. It's time to turn out the lights in the air lodge and show you folks exactly what you'll see when you have an ND3 laser mounted to your scope. Okay, we have the lights turned off in the air lodge. It's time to see how this thing works. First thing I'll do is turn on the illuminated reticle, let that come into focus. Now, I'll put on the ND3 laser, and I'll make that beam wider. Wow, look at that. Hey, hello there, Mr. Raccoon. And there's a squirrel down there. And over here we have Mr. Rabbit. Let me go ahead and widen this. Look at that. Now, I think it's important that you have your laser pretty much centered on your crosshairs as much as possible. This way, when you open up, it covers the field of view of your objective lens. Very cool stuff. All right, let's go ahead and mount this on a rifle, and we'll see if we can shoot stuff in the dark. Well, I think a high-tech device like the ND3 Laser Designator deserves to be put on a high-tech air gun. That's why I'm using this Talon SS. I've got the adjustable mount on the scope. Mounts just like any other 1-inch ring. Make sure my spacing is nice and even between the top half and bottom half of the ring. Okay, before I tighten down my screws, I'll make sure this is nice and level. I'm using the turret here as a reference point and leveling the mount. That looks good. Go ahead and tighten the screws down. Doesn't need much tightening. In fact, that's why I'm using this end of the Allen wrench instead of this end. Here I can control the torque a little bit better. I won't overcrank it. Okay, seems to be on there pretty good. Let's go ahead and mount our laser. The collimator has a graduated scale here, so I'm going to want to have that facing up. Looking pretty good. The Talon SS has no recoil, so don't over tighten those screws. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now I'm going to install the pressure switch. This has a nice rubber O-ring seal on it, prevent moisture from getting inside. All right, that looks pretty good. All I have to do now is find a dark place, use the elevation and windage adjustments so I get that laser perfectly centered on my crosshairs. Okay, we filled the room with fog. This way you can see the beam of laser light. And here is how the collimator works. You can see that beam spreading from here. Looks like a conical shape. Very cool. Now that's 9 lenses working inside the ND3 to focus that light. Really neat stuff, folks. Getting the laser in the center of the crosshairs was very easy thanks to the windage and elevation adjustments. 4 clicks, I was perfectly centered. I have some silhouette targets downrange. There's no lights. We're gonna go ahead and roll the camera down there and take some shots. This scope also happens to have a very fine reticle, and I was a little worried that I wouldn't be able to see it, but it's perfectly clear. There's our bear. Wow, I have to say, I'm really impressed with the ND3 laser designator. According to the Laser Genetics website, the ND3 laser designator uses declassified military technology. My experience with the ND3 laser has been phenomenal. This will turn any scope with a 40mm or above objective lens into a night vision scope, and that's great for hunting, but also if you just wanted to plink targets at night, you can set up your targets. You don't need to put a lamp on them. The ND3 laser at its widest setting is visible at 250 yards. At the narrowest setting, it's visible up to 3 miles. If you need a little bit more power, you can go for the ND5, which uses a 20 milliwatt laser, and that's visible up to 400 yards on the widest setting. That is some really incredible stuff. For Airgun Reporter, my name is Paul Capello. Until next time, shoot safe and have fun. Please remember, folks, air guns are not toys. Even the smallest calibers can cause serious injury if not used properly. And you should never, under any circumstance, point an air gun at a person. Parents, if you teach your kids to shoot responsibly, they will have a lifetime of air gun enjoyment. My name is Paul Capello. Until next time, shoot safe and have fun.